हेलो फ्रेंड्स, पार्ट 1 में हमने देखा था न्यूटन्स यूनिवर्सल लॉ ऑफ ग्रेविटेशन, दैट इज द फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन बिटवीन टू ऑब्जेक्ट्स एंड इट्स फॉर्मूला इज F इज इक्वल टू जी m1 इंटू m2 अपॉन डी स्क्वेयर। यहाँ पे दिस G इज कॉल्ड द ग्रेविटेशनल कांस्टेंट, G इज कॉल्ड द ग्रेविटेशनल कांस्टेंट एंड इट्स वैल्यू इज 6.673 इंटू 10⁻⁻11 न्यूटन मीटर स्क्वायर पर kg स्क्वायर। दिस इज द वैल्यू ऑफ G। ये आपको बाय हार्ट करने की है। और जब हम लोग अभी सम सॉल्व करने वाले हैं तो सम सॉल्व करने के लिए इसकी वैल्यू 6.673 नहीं लिया तो भी चलेगा, 6.67 इंटू 10⁻⁻11 ये वैल्यू हमको लेने की है। ठीक है, तो फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन बिटवीन टू ऑब्जेक्ट फॉर्मूला इज F इज इक्वल टू जी m1 m2 अपॉन डी स्क्वेयर। G is the gravitational constant, m1 and m2 are the masses of two objects and this d is the distance between the two objects from their centers. Okay, now we'll see use your brain power. So question is there a gravitational force between two objects kept on a table or between you and your friend sitting next to you? So its answer is yes, there is a gravitational force between two objects or two persons. Okay, if yes, why don't the two move towards each other? Yes, there is a gravitational force between two objects or between me and my friend. So we know that the formula of F. So F is directly proportional to the masses of two objects. Means F is directly proportional to the m1 and m2. Okay, so since the mass of me and my friend is very less compared to the earth, लास्ट टाइम मैंने बोला था कि अर्थ का जो मास है उससे ये दोनों का मास m1 and m2 both are very less, so the force is very less and hence we don't move towards each other. लास्ट टाइम मैंने यही कहा था कि जो फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन है अर्थ का वो इन दोनों से ज़्यादा है, इसलिए दे डू नॉट कोलाइड ईच अदर और दे डू नॉट मूव टूवर्ड्स ईच अदर. So this is the answer. Now example 1, solve example. It is given in your textbook. So what is the question? Mahendra and Virat are sitting at a distance of 1 meter from each other. Means Mahendra और विराट इन दोनों के बीच में 1 मीटर का डिस्टेंस है. So this is the value of D. Okay. Their masses are 75 kg and 80 kg respectively. एक का मास है, मीन्स महेंद्र का मास है 75 kg एंड विराट का मास है 80 kg. सो व्हाट इज द ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स बिटवीन देम? तो उन दोनों में ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स कितना है ये निकालने का है. सो ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स का फॉर्मूला F इज इक्वल टू जी m1 m2 अपॉन डी स्क्वेयर. तो यहाँ पे D की वैल्यू 1 मीटर है और m1 मीन्स मास ऑफ महेंद्र दैट इज 75 kg एंड m2 इज द मास ऑफ विराट. सो गिवन इज here R is taken, you can take D or R. So R is equal to 1 meter and M1 is equal to 75 kg, that is the mass of Mahendra, and M2 is the mass of Virat and that is 80 kg, and you know that G, value of G, that is 6.67 into 10⁻⁻11 Newton meter square per kg square. So you will have to write this way given. Next, according to Newton's universal law of gravitation, you will have to write the formula. What is that formula? F is equal to G m1 m2 upon R square. You can write here D square, but in the textbook R square is given. That's why I have taken here R square. Therefore, F is equal to, now put the value of G. What is the value of G? Value of G is, this is the value of G. So value of G is here 6.67 into 10⁻⁻11 into m1. Value of m1 is 75 kg, so 75 kg is here, into m2. Value of m2 is 80 and divide by R square means the distance, and that is 1, so 1 square, and this is the unit of the force. So unit of the force in SI unit is Newton, so Newton is written here. Okay, next what you will have to solve? Multiply this 6.67 into 75 into 80. पहले इन दोनों का मल्टीप्लिकेशन कर लो. तो 75 इंटू अगर 80 का मल्टीप्लिकेशन किया तो आई विल पुट 0 हियर, दिस इज 0 So 8 5s are 40, 0 is here, carry over 4, 8 7s are 56 and 4, 6,000 will come, and multiply this 6,000 to 6.67, you will get this value, 40,020.00 into 10 raised to minus 11. 0.00 why? Because here decimal point is before 2 digits. So decimal point is putting here before 2 digits. So answer is 40,020 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton. So F is equal to, move this decimal point to the left side up to here. So how many digits you will have to move? 1, 2, 3 and 4. Move this digit to 4 digits, and if you move this digit to 4 digits, you will have to minus 11 plus 4. लेफ्ट साइड को मूव किया है इसलिए यहाँ पे प्लस 4 करने का है, तो minus 11 plus 4. So minus 11, here is minus 11, and we have moved this decimal point to the left side 4 digits, so plus 4. लेफ्ट साइड को मूव किया इसलिए प्लस 4 करने का है, तो minus 11 plus 4, इसका आंसर आता है minus 7. So answer is F is equal to 4.002 into 10 raised to minus 7 Newton. So therefore the gravitational force between Mahendra and Virat is 4.002. ये 0 रिमूव कर दिया तो भी चलेगा, यहाँ पे 0 रिमूव किया तो भी चलेगा. So 4.002 into 10 raised to minus 7 Newton. This is the answer. Now we'll see example 2. What is that? Calculate the gravitational force due to the earth on Mahendra in the earlier example. अभी यहाँ पे gravitational force निकालने का है between earth and the Mahendra. Okay, so same formula we have to use here. Okay, so given is radius of the earth r is equal to 6.4 into 10 raised to 6. यहाँ पे radius of earth लेने की है. radius of earth means क्या है कि अगर महेंद्र यहाँ पे देखो, दिस इज द अर्थ एंड महेंद्र यहाँ पे, ओके, यहाँ पे महेंद्र है, ओके. तो यहाँ पे अगर महेंद्र इज स्टैंडिंग ऑन द अर्थ, तो दोनों के बीच में डिस्टेंस नहीं है, लेकिन यू नो दैट लास्ट टाइम मैंने बोला था कि जो फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन रहता है ना, वो कहाँ से रहता है? फ्रॉम द सेंटर, यहाँ से रहता है फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन. सो हमको डिस्टेंस ही, अगर यहाँ पे महेंद्र है तो हमको डिस्टेंस कौन सा लेना पड़ेगा? फ्रॉम दिस पॉइंट टू दिस पॉइंट, सेंटर टू महेंद्र, ये, और दिस इज द रेडियस ऑफ द अर्थ. सो आर इज इक्वल टू, दिस इज द रेडियस ऑफ द अर्थ 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 meter. देन मास ऑफ द अर्थ, बिकॉज इन द फॉर्मूला m1 into m2, तो एक अर्थ का मास लेना पड़ेगा और दूसरा महेंद्र का. So अर्थ का मास m1 is equal to 6 into 10 raised to 24 kg, अर्थ का मास, and then you will have to take the mass of Mahindra. Mass of Mahindra m2 is equal to 75 kg, and this is the gravitational constant. Its value 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. अगर एग्जाम में ये वैल्यू नहीं दिया तो you will have to remember these two values. So radius of the earth is r is equal to 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 meter, यहाँ पे मीटर है यूनिट, और mass of earth 6 into 10 raised to 24 kilogram. Okay, now according to Newton's universal law of gravitation, F is equal to g m1 m2 upon r square. Put the values of g. What is the value of g? 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11 into m1 is the mass of the earth, that is 6 into 10 raised to 24 into m2 is the mass of the Mahindra 75 divided by r square. And what is the value of r? 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 bracket square, and n is the unit of the force, SI unit. Therefore F is equal to, now this 10 raised to minus 11 and this 10 raised to 24, यहाँ पे -11 प्लस 24 एडिशन ऑफ द इंडाइसेस, क्योंकि यहाँ दोनों पे बेस में 10 10 और मल्टीप्लिकेशन है, तो एडिशन ऑफ इंडाइसेस, तो 24 प्लस -11, so 24 minus 11 we get 13. So and here is 10 raised to 13, and This answer, how this answer comes? So multiplying this 6.67 into 6 and into 7, you will get this answer, that is 3001.5. ये किसका आंसर है? इन तीनों का मल्टीप्लीकेशन 6.67 into 6 into 75 डिवाइड बाय, अभी यहाँ पे कैसे करने का? 6.4 का स्क्वायर लेने का, 6.4 into 6.4 यू विल गेट 40.96. 64 का स्क्वायर लिया 4096, और यहाँ पे डेसिमल पॉइंट इज बिफोर 1 डिजिट, लेकिन स्क्वायर है इसलिए डेसिमल पॉइंट 1 डिजिट इंटू 2 डिजिट बिफोर 2 डिजिट. So 40.96 into, how this 10 raised to 12 comes? Here 10 raised to 6 into this index, so 6 2s are 12, so here answer is 10 raised to 12. So F is equal to 3001.5 into 10 raised to 13 upon 40.96 into 10 raised to 12. नेक्स्ट स्टेप में क्या है कि इन दोनों का डिवीजन करने का है. 3001.5 डिवाइड बाय 40.96. इसका डिवीजन करने के बाद ये जो दोनों है 10 raised to 13 एंड 10 raised to 12 बेस सेम है और डिवीजन है, तो ये जो सब्ट्रैक्शन ऑफ द इंडाइसेस, तो 13 minus 12, so here 10 raised to 1 will come. So F is equal to, इन दोनों का डिवीजन आया 73.27 into 10 raised to 1 न्यूटन. अभी आप बोलेंगे ये डिवीजन कैसे किया, तो ये आपको करना पड़ेगा. 3001.5 डिवाइड बाय 40.96 और 4 से इसको दिया, 4 7 जा 28, तो ये 7 आया. इस तरह से अगर ये जो डिजिट है 4 से इनको डिवाइड करके जो नंबर आएगा उसको मल्टीप्लिकेशन, लास्ट टाइम मैंने आपको बताया था कैसे डिवीजन करने का. ओके, सो 73.27 इंटू 10 raised to 1 न्यूटन. सो F इज इक्वल टू 7, अभी यहाँ पे 10 raised to 1 है, तो 10 raised to 1 है, तो ये जो इंटू 10 तो मल्टीप्लाई किया तो यू विल गेट 732.7. तो 732 पॉइंट मीन्स ऐसा आंसर आएगा अगर 10 से मल्टीप्लाई किया तो 732.7. But this after decimal point this 7 is the greater than 4. So अगर ये greater than 4 है तो ये जो डिजिट है you will have to increase by 1. So 2 को 1 से इंक्रीज किया तो आंसर इज 733. तो राउंड फिगर कैसे है? F is equal to 733 means 733 न्यूटन. So therefore the gravitational force due to the earth on Mahendra is 733 Newton. Next, how did Kepler's laws help Newton to arrive at the inverse square of law of gravity? तो Kepler's laws की हेल्प से न्यूटन को ये जो फॉर्मूला है कौन सा? इनवर्स स्क्वायर ऑफ लॉ ऑफ ग्रेविटी. मीन्स फॉर्मूला में हमने देखा था F इज directly proportional to masses of two objects, product of masses of two objects and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. तो यहाँ पे ये केपलर्स लॉज की मदद से न्यूटन को ये फॉर्मूला इनवर्स स्क्वायर का मीन्स ये फॉर्मूला कैसे मिला ये हमको देखना है. ये फॉर्मूला मीन्स F इज इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल टू 1 upon d square और we can say r square. ये फॉर्मूला कैसे आया? r means the distance of the two objects. ओके, तो ये जो है ये कैसे मिला ये हमको प्रूव करने का है. ओके, therefore see, if a planet revolves around the sun in a circular orbit, then the centripetal force exerted on it by the sun is, अगर देखो यहाँ पे सन है और ये सर्कुलर ऑर्बिट है प्लैनेट का और ये प्लैनेट है और ये सन है. ओके, सो इफ अ प्लैनेट revolves around the sun in a circular orbit, then the centripetal force exerted on it, इसके ऊपर जो centripetal force exert होता है F exert होता है वो कितना रहता है? तो F is equal to mv square upon r. Keep this formula in your mind. F is equal to mv square upon r. M is the mass of the planet, v is the velocity of it, that velocity of that planet, and r is the distance of the planet from the sun. Okay, next, distance travel in one revolution by a planet. planet जो है, जो सर अराउंड द सन कितना डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल करता है एक रिवॉल्यूशन में, तो जो सर्कल का जो क्या बोलते हैं उसको सरकमफरेंस इतना डिस्टेंस वो ट्रैवल करता है. तो फॉर्मूला ऑफ सरकमफरेंस इज 2 pi r. So distance travel in one revolution by the planet is equal to 2 pi r. Next, time is equal to, time means what? Period of revolution. तो रिवॉल्यूशन करने के लिए, एक रिवॉल्यूशन पूरा करने के लिए कितना टाइम लगेगा? सो कंसिडर इट इज t. सो वी हैव द फॉर्मूला स्पीड ऑफ द प्लैनेट. स्पीड इज इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम. जो प्लैनेट कितना वन रिवॉल्यूशन में जितना डिस्टेंस कवर करता है वो डिस्टेंस एंड उसे डिवाइडेड बाय टाइम. सो speed is v is equal to, distance means the circumference and its value is 2 pi r and time is capital T. So we get v is equal to 2 pi r upon t. Now what we'll do, we'll put this value of v, that is 2 pi r upon t, in this equation. See, f is equal to mv square upon r is equal to m, then put the value of v. What is value of v? 2 pi r upon t. v square means whole bracket square and divided by r, then is equal to this 2 square is 4 into m into square of pi square, and then here is r square, okay, and divide by t square. But here is only r given. Why? Because r square divide by this single r, so 1 r, this 1 r, and here 1 r will cut, so answer is single r. So 4m pi square single r divided by t square. Next, f is equal to 4m pi square r upon t square into, multiply this by r square upon r square. Multiply this by r square upon r square. Why? Because we have to use here Kepler's law. In third law, Kepler's third law, what was there? T square, in third law, t square upon r cube means square of the period of revolution is directly proportional to the cube of the distance between them. So t square upon r cube आता है, division आता है, is equal to k. Okay, so here we need r square. 1 r is here already, then we need another r square, means r into r square, r cube will get. So here is r cube, so we'll get r cube here. So you will have to multiply this by r square upon r square. So is equal to 4m pi square, then this r into r square, here is r cube, see r cube is here. Then I will interchange this, means t square will put here and r square will put here. So r square is here and t square is here. So we get r cube upon t square here. R cube upon t square means ये इसका जो है ना, this is the reciprocal. This one is the reciprocal of this. Means इसका अगर reciprocal लिया तो हमको इसका reciprocal लेना पड़ेगा. So k will be the 1 upon k. So here value of this is the 1 upon k. इसकी value क्या आएगी? 1 upon k. Okay, next. F is equal to 4m this pi square upon this r square, and why 1 upon k? Because t square upon r cube is equal to k, but here is r cube upon t square, so this is the reciprocal, so we have to take the reciprocal of k, so that's why here is 1 upon k. Therefore F is equal to 4m pi square upon r square into 1 upon k. That's why this, now see here, this 4 is the constant number, m is the mass, it is also constant, it never change. then pi is the constant value and r is also the, this 1 upon k is the constant value, so only r is there. So f is inversely proportional to r square. So we get that formula, f is inversely proportional to the r square. So thus Newton concluded that the centripetal force, which is the force acting on the planet, must be inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the planet and the sun. Square of the distance between the planet and the sun. Write short note on Earth's gravitational force. The Earth attracts every object near it towards itself because of the gravitational force. The center of mass of Earth is situated at its center, so the gravitational force on any object due to the Earth is always directed towards the center of the Earth. Earth का gravitational force जो है, इसका direction कहाँ पे रहता है? Towards the center of the Earth. क्यों towards the center of the Earth? Because the center of mass of Earth, Earth के mass का जो center रहता है, it is situated at its center. Therefore, the gravitational force is directly towards the center of the Earth. Because of this force, an object falls vertically downwards on the Earth. For example, when we throw a stone vertically upwards, this force tries to pull it down and reduces its velocity. जब एक स्टोन है, अगर उसको थ्रो किया, ऊपर थ्रो किया, तो उसको वेलोसिटी मिलती है. वेलोसिटी का मतलब स्पीड मिलता है उसको, और वो ऊपर जाने लगता है. When it goes up, तो नीचे से उसको कौन पुल करता है? तो नीचे से उसको अर्थ ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स पुल्स इट डाउन, और इसलिए उसकी जो वेलोसिटी है, उसकी वेलोसिटी धीरे धीरे रिड्यूस हो जाती है. रिड्यूस का मतलब कम हो जाती है. ड्यू टू दिस कांस्टेंट डाउनवर्ड पुल, द वेलोसिटी बिकम्स जीरो आफ्टर अ व्हाइल and the pull continues to be exerted and the stone starts moving vertically downward towards the center of the earth under its influence. जब वो उसकी velocity reduce हो जाती है, धीरे धीरे reduce हो जाती है, then it becomes zero. और जब उसकी velocity zero होती है, उसके बाद because of the earth gravitational pull वो नीचे आने लगता है, vertically downward towards the center of the earth. So this is all about the earth gravitational force. Use your brain power. According to Newton's law of gravitation, every object attracts every other object. Thus, if the earth attracts an apple towards itself, an apple also attracts the earth towards itself with the same force. Why then does the apple fall towards the earth, but the earth does not move towards the apple? इसका मतलब है, अगर अर्थ एप्पल को अट्रैक्ट करती है तो एप्पल फॉल्स टुवर्ड्स द अर्थ. सेम थिंग एप्पल ऑल्सो अट्रैक्ट्स द अर्थ, लेकिन अर्थ डजंट मूव टुवर्ड्स द एप्पल. व्हाई? वी नो दैट F is equal to m into a. F means force. Force is equal to mass into acceleration. Or A is equal to F divided by m. Means what? This A is here, m is divided, that means 1 upon m, means A is inversely proportional to m. Means अगर m is greater, then if mass अगर greater है तो A is less. ये ज़्यादा, mass ज़्यादा है, जितना ज़्यादा रहेगा उतना acceleration कैसे रहेगा? कम रहेगा. Hence, the greater the mass, lesser the acceleration. The mass of apple is much less as compared to that of the earth. एप्पल का मास अर्थ के मास से बहुत बहुत कम है. ड्यू टू ग्रेटर मास, द अर्थ एक्सेलरेशन इज ऑलमोस्ट जीरो. अर्थ का एक्सेलरेशन इज जीरो है. इसका मतलब अर्थ डजंट मूव. Therefore, apple falls towards the earth, but the earth doesn't move towards the apple. use your brain power. The gravitational force due to the earth also acts on the moon, because of which it revolves around the earth. Similar situation exists for the artificial satellites orbiting the earth. The moon and the artificial satellites orbit the earth. The earth attracts them towards itself, but unlike the falling apple, they do not fall on the earth. Why? Means moon or artificial satellite do not fall on the earth. Why? This is because of the velocity of the moon and the satellite along their orbit. This velocity is perpendicular to the earth gravitational force. If this velocity was not there, they would have fallen on the earth. अगर ये velocity नहीं रहती तो ये जो satellite है, artificial satellite और natural satellite that is moon fall on the earth, लेकिन इनकी velocity है और that is perpendicular to the earth gravitational force. Now we'll see high tides and low tides. High tides means increase in sea water level, and low tides means decrease in sea water level. In Marathi it is called Bharti and Ohoti. Now see here, this is the moon. Because of the gravitational force of moon, high tides occur. See, the water under the moon gets pulled towards the moon. So here high tides occur, and here and opposite sides of the earth. High tides here occur at here and here, this place, and at the 90 degree of this there is a low tide. Okay, so the level of water in the sea changes because of the gravitational force exerted by the moon. The water directly under the moon gets pulled towards the moon. Water directly under the moon gets pulled towards the moon, and the level of water there goes up, causing high tide at that place. See here, high tides occur at two places on the earth at 90 degrees from the place of high tide. 90 degree from the place of high tide. Suppose here here is a high tide, then 90 degree means here and here, these two places. The level of water is minimum here, level of water is minimum, and the low tide occurs there. The level of sea water at any given location along the seashore increases and decreases twice a day at regular intervals. दिन में twice a day means दिन में दो बार the level of water increases and decreases at regular intervals. So this is about the high tides and low tides.